Hey you guys, it's your girl Alex, and I am back with another video, y'all. So today's look, I am doing a natural look. Like, I just love this look because look how much of a doll I look like. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you how to do this look from start to finish. It's just gonna be a very natural brow, and yeah, y'all, like, I really hope that y'all love this video. I hope that y'all like this look. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as always, and keep on watching. So I'm first going to go in with my toner. This toner is from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go in with that on a cotton pad, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. Then I'm going to also go ahead in with some moisturizer. This is also from Dollar Tree, y'all. Listen, just because it's $1.25 don't mean it works. It works. It makes my skin feel super good. I love this e.l.f. primer, so I go in with this and make sure you rub it all over your skin, and once it's tacky, then you know your makeup is ready to go. So make sure you place it all over your skin before you apply your makeup. Going into brows, I'm just going to use my spoolie and brush my hairs up and backwards just to get it into the shape that I like it before I go in with the pencil or pomade or a marker, whatever I'm using in that moment. So here I'm using a marker from the TikTok shop, and I believe you could also get this off of Amazon as well. So I'm using the side that has the 3 felt tips, and then I go straight into my e.l.f. concealer at the tail of the brow. This shade is in the shade Tan Neutral. Then I also take in my Juvia's Place foundation in the shade Togo and use it at the front of the brows. You want to make sure that you take your time with your brows, because your brows is what shapes your face, and it is the first thing that people look at when they see your face, when they see your makeup. So make sure you take your time and do your brows the way that you want them to. Sometimes it doesn't come out perfect, but just remember, makeup is fixable. So after carving out the bottom of my brows, I went ahead and I just blended it in onto my eyelids just to make sure I got a seamless blend. So when I got ready to do my eyeshadow look, everything blended well in together. Now going in with the top brow, I'm using my foundation shade Togo, and this is also in the shade 210, I believe. So I'm just carving the top of my brows, making sure I get the arch exactly how I want it to be. And after I'm done carving the top brow, I go ahead and also blend it out into my skin just to make sure that everything is blended flawlessly, because you don't want that halo brow. You know, that 2016 brow that we used to do back then, y'all. We don't do that work. We want a natural giving brow, okay? So make sure you are blending the top and the bottom of your brows just to make sure that everything is blended flawlessly. What I also like to do after carving my eyebrows, I go back in with the pen and just to make sure that the lines are very sharp, because I really like a defined brow. If you like more of a natural brow and not defined, you don't have to do this, and you also do not have to go in and conceal them as well. So I'm going in with my foundation brush, and I placed my foundation, and then I'm gonna go in with my concealer, the same shade Tan Neutral. And this is the e.l.f. concealer. I love this concealer down. I normally don't place concealer on my forehead because I don't really like that look as much, but I go ahead and go in with a wet beauty blender, and I am just damping everything. Just make sure that you blend. Blending is key. Blending is key to a flawless base, a flawless foundation application with your concealer. You just want everything to look as one. Although you want the different shades and the colors to be there, you want your facial structure to come out, but just make sure that you blend and don't over blend, because then you'll just be getting rid of the concealer. But after concealer, I go ahead and I go in with my foundation brush, and I'm just using my foundation brush on the edges of everywhere I place that concealer just to make sure that it's further blended in. I'm not using any extra product. Whatever was left on the brush is what I'm using. So going in with my Laura Mercier, my favorite powder, y'all. I'm going in with this powder and I am blowing away the excess, and then I'm placing it underneath my eyes. And make sure that you do not have any creasing before you apply the powder, because once you apply the powder to your crease, the crease is going to stay and everyone is going to see your creases, okay? So you're just gonna go ahead and apply the powder to everywhere that you highlighted, making sure that you set that concealer in place because you do not want your concealer to move. Next, I go in with my Morphe palettes, and this Morphe palette is in the shade 8D, and I'm going with those two shades to contour and bronze up the face, just bringing color back into the skin because you want to make sure that you're giving sun-kissed and bronze, honey. So I'm going in with those two shades and I'm placing it into my cheekbones, my forehead area, my chin, and also the bridge of my nose. And of course, after you are done bronzing the beautiful face that you have, you're going to go in with blush. So I go in with a Juvia's Place blush, and I'm going in with that orange shade. I think that it's so flirty. This orange, it's so beautiful. It's so flirty, and it just brings out your cheekbones. So I'm going in with that, and then after that, I'm going to take my big fluffy brush from Real Techniques, and then I'm going to dust away the excess Laura Mercier powder that we have placed in the areas of the concealer. Going straight into my lids, I'm using that same e.l.f. concealer, and then I'm using it right on my eyelids, and then I'm tapping it into my eyelids just so I can get a clean base for your eyeshadow, because I want the eyeshadow to just pop out a bit more. So as soon as I'm done tapping that, I go in with that same powder puff that we used for setting our concealer. I'm not using any extra product. I'm just using whatever is left over, and I'm just tapping it onto my eyelids. So as soon as I'm done with that, I go in with my eyeshadow, and I'm using the Juvia's Place palette, Warrior 2. And as you can see, I overlove that shade, that brown shade in the middle, y'all. I'm hitting the pan with it. So I'm going in with that shade, and I'm placing it in my crease area, just tapping it first before I go in with the second shade. And then I put that second shade right into the center of my eyelids because we do want a natural look. And that is it for the look, y'all. Literally just two shades. So we go in with our mascara, and this is the Big Shot mascara. And you just want to put mascara on just so you can blend in your lashes with the falsies. So I also go in with a black liner into my waterline because we want that very sexy look. So we're going to go ahead and go in with that. And as soon as we are done with that, I am going to go ahead and go in with my black liner. We are going to do a little small wing just right across. We're not doing a wing line, but we're just going to do a line. And I just wanted the eye to just be just a little bit more defined. I think it came out really pretty. Instead of just placing the lashes on there like that, I think that it made the look so much prettier. So I go in with my lash glue. This glue I purchased from Dollar Tree. I am placing the glue directly onto my natural lashes. I find this trick to be so much easier when applying falsies, because when I apply it on the falsies and then place it on my eyelids, I get that little gap, and I hate that gap because it's like you can tell where the gap is between your natural lashes and your falsies. So for me, I just normally just apply it directly on my lashes, and then I go ahead and put on my lashes, y'all. Like, these lashes are so cute. They ate down. They're from Dollar Tree as well. So we're gonna go in with that first brown shade that we used for our eyeshadow. So we're gonna take that first same brown eyeshadow that we used, and we're gonna place it at the bottom lashes as well. So after this, I went ahead and I went in with a black lipstick from MAC. I did not have a liner, so I went in with the black lipstick, and I felt like this worked pretty well on my lips. Like, it was just easier to go through and easier to like apply. So I am outlining my lips with this black lipstick, y'all, and I go ahead and go in with the Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa. So I place Cocoa right over top of that black MAC lipstick,
just to give it a pop. I really love how this looks versus just going in with a dark brown liner. I think this just eats. I think this really just eats, okay? So after you're done applying, it should look a little like this, and it's giving its tea, okay? So I go ahead and I go in with my NYX Cosmetics, and I'm gonna leave the name in the description bar below because I can't remember the name right now, but I go ahead and with that, and then I just pop it right in the center. Look how pretty it came out. Like, it's just so soft, so natural. Like, this is the perfect nude lip. Matte lips give, but it's always gonna be glossy for me. Like, I'm always gonna choose glossy lips over everything. So I went ahead and I took a clear lip gloss and I just went over the top and lined my lips with it, and then I placed it in the center, and this was the look, y'all. And of course, for my personal touch, I have to go back in and place back my molds because I love how it looks. These are where my natural molds are, and I love them. Like, it just makes my makeup pop. I love it, y'all. And guess what, bestie? Just like that, you have completed a natural beat.
So that is the end of the video. I really hope that you guys love this look. If you guys decide to do this, let me know how hard or easy it was for you, because this is like a beginner friendly look. And yeah, y'all, just please like, comment, subscribe. I am trying my best to stay consistent because it is so hard to stay consistent, especially when you're on different platforms where it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Lemonade now. So it's like really difficult, y'all. But guys love this look, let me know, and then I will definitely, you know, continue these looks for you guys. If you guys like the natural look, let me know. If you guys also like the glitter and fun kind of looks, I know that's not the era right now, but if you guys do love that look, I can do that as well, because I used to go all out doing them kind of looks. But anyway, y'all, love y'all.